When you think of world-class whiskey, what immediately springs to mind? Probably, the misty highlands of Scotland, maybe the green fields of Ireland.
Sure, the classics.
Exactly. But what if I told you there's a really serious player from somewhere totally unexpected? Taiwan.
It's true. And that's exactly what we're getting into today. Our mission, really, is to unpack the story of Kavalan Whisky.
A brand that's really shaken things up.
Totally. They haven't just redefined what's possible with single malts. They've kind of turned tradition on its head.
Yeah, and we've been looking at a few different sources here. The official Kavalan site, obviously, but also a big Danish retailer, Whisky.dk, to get a sense of how it reaches people.
Right.
So prepare for some genuine surprises, I think. Those aha moments about how innovation, and maybe even just the environment, can reshape an entire industry.
Yeah, you're basically getting a shortcut to understanding this pretty incredible story.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. This unexpected origin. Kavalan, founded back in 2005.
Yep, 2005 by the King-Car Group, which, they're a huge Taiwanese company involved in lots of things.
Not exactly a small craft distillery startup then.
Not at all. And they had this, frankly, audacious goal: create Taiwan's first single malt whiskey.
Wow.
It wasn't just a side project. They were serious. They wanted to put Taiwan on the global whiskey map properly.
But building that kind of expertise from scratch, without that deep-rooted tradition like Scotland has, that sounds incredibly tough. How did they even start?
That's a really good question, and it's absolutely key. The founder, Mr. Tin Sai Lee, he knew they couldn't just wing it.
Right.
So he brought in top international talent. Crucial help came from master blender Ian Chang, who's world-class, and also the late Dr. Jim Swan.
Jim Swan, a legend in the industry, known for his work on maturation, especially in warmer climates.
Exactly. That combination, the local vision and drive, plus that international, technical expertise, that was the magic formula.
And the name itself, Kavalan. It's quite specific.
Yeah.
Deep local roots there.
Absolutely. It comes from the name of the indigenous people who originally lived in the Yilon area, right where the distillery is located.
So a real connection to the place.
Yeah, it really shows their commitment to their heritage, even while they were aiming for this, global stage. It's a nice touch.
Okay, so here's where things get really fascinating. And maybe the biggest aha moment for traditional whiskey fans. The climate.
Oh, yeah.
Taiwan. It's tropical. We're talking temperatures, around 24 to 30 degrees Celsius year-round?
Pretty much. Constant warmth. And that is so different from Scotland or Ireland.
And that heat. It changes everything for aging whiskey, doesn't it?
It dramatically speeds up the whole maturation process. Dramatically. This wasn't just some minor difference. It fundamentally challenged that old idea that only long, slow time equals quality whiskey.
Right, the idea that you need 10, 12, 18 years.
Exactly. Kavalan basically showed that the intensity of the interaction with the cask, supercharged by that tropical heat, could achieve incredible complexity in just, say, 3 or 4 years.
That's a massive shift in thinking for the whole industry.
It really is. A paradigm shift.
And this heat, it also means much more evaporation, right? In Scotland, they talk about the angel share, the little bit lost each year.
But in Taiwan, the loss is way higher. So they have this local term: the devil's share.
The devil's share. That paints a picture.
Yeah.
But isn't that a huge problem for a business, losing so much product?
Well, yes and no. It is a challenge if you're purely focused on volume. You lose more liquid, simple as that. Maybe, 10, 15% a year sometimes compared to maybe 2% in Scotland.
Wow, that's significant.
It is. But what they lose in quantity, they arguably gain in accelerated quality and flavor development. The heat forces the whiskey into the wood, pulling out those complex compounds much, much faster.
So they kind of embrace the loss.
They have to. They understand that this devil's share, this rapid interaction, is precisely what gives them their unique, rich profile so quickly. It's turning what looks like a disadvantage into their core strength, really.
And this whole approach, the climate, the innovation, it's completely changed how people see Asian whiskey, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It proved that world-class whiskey isn't just about specific geography or centuries of history.
And that big award win in 2015, winning World's Best Single Malt at the World Whiskies Awards. How big a deal was that in shifting perceptions?
It was seismic, honestly. It wasn't just another medal. It was like a newcomer crashing the gates of the old guard.
Forcing people to sit up and take notice.
Exactly. It forced a reevaluation. It showed that quality could come from relentless innovation and, crucially, understanding and using your unique environment. That win for the Solist Vignes Barrique,
Yeah, that really put them firmly on the map for global enthusiasts. It opened a lot of eyes.
And it wasn't just a one-off, right? They've racked up tons of awards since.
Countless awards. It just reinforces the point about their consistent quality.
So beyond the climate, which is huge, their actual craft, the distilling process, they do use some traditional elements, don't they? They do. They use European barley, and their copper pot stills were actually designed in Scotland. So there's a nod to tradition in the fundamentals.
But where they really seem to innovate, maybe to work with that rapid maturation, is in their cask selection.
Nailed it. Their cask program is incredibly diverse and absolutely crucial to their style. We're talking ex-bourbon casks, obviously, but also various sherry casks, different wine casks, even ex-cognac casks sometimes.
That variety must be key to getting complexity quickly.
It is. It allows them to layer flavors, to compensate for maybe less time in cask with more variety of cask influence. It builds that signature Kavalan profile.
Okay, let's talk specifics. Like the Kavalan King car conductor. That one sounds interesting.
Yeah, the conductor is a great example. It's named after the parent company, King Car. And it's matured in, get this, 6 different cask types.
6? Wow. That's complex orchestration.
It really is. You get this symphony of notes, sweet honey, tropical fruit like pineapple, creamy coconut. Then on the palate, more vanilla, maybe some toasted coconut, finishing with citrus and warm cinnamon.
And it's bottled at 46% ABV, unfiltered.
Yep, non-chill filtered, so you get all the natural oils and the full texture. It's a really characterful dram.
What about their sherry cask expressions? They seem known for those too.
Definitely. The Kavalan Triple Sherry Cask is another unique one. It uses Oloroso, Pedro Ximénez, or PX, and Moscatel sherry casks. 3 types of sherry wood.
So layers of different sherry influences.
Exactly. Rich, fruity, complex. Then you have the more classic Kavalan Oloroso sherry oak matured. Still intense, very rich, that classic Oloroso character.
And to contrast that, maybe something showing off the spirit itself more.
Well, there's the Kavalan Bourbon Oak Matured, using American White Oak ex-bourbon barrels. That lets the actual Kavalan spirit character shine through a bit more, less dominated by heavy sherry or wine. Still rich, but maybe cleaner, more vanilla and tropical fruit focus.
And they do finishes too, right? Like the Concertmaster port cask finish.
Yes. The Concertmaster range is interesting. They start maturation in bourbon casks, then finish the whiskey in different port casks, ruby, tawny, vintage port barrels.
Adding another layer right at the end.
Precisely. It just adds this extra dimension of fruitiness and spice. It really shows their dedication to exploring different wood influences.
And for the real whiskey geeks, there's the Solist series.
Yes, the Solists. These are single cask bottlings, so whiskey from just one individual barrel, not vatted together.
And bottled at cask strength.
Right. No water added before bottling. So you're getting the whiskey exactly as it was in the barrel, super intense, full flavor. They have Solist from all sorts of cask types, sherry, bourbon, Vino Barrique, port.
So something for the serious collector or enthusiast there. But they also have more accessible stuff.
Oh, yeah. They have their Distillery Select range and the Kavalan Classic Single Malt. Those are more widely available, maybe a bit more approachable in style and price point, but still showing that Kavalan quality. So there's really a Kavalan for pretty much everyone.
So we've got this picture of Kavalan, the tropical climate, the rapid aging, the innovative cask use, incredible stuff. But how does whiskey like this from Taiwan actually get into the hands of someone, say, in Denmark?
Right. That's where partners like Whisky.dk become so important. They're the bridge, really.
And Whisky.dk is a big player in Denmark.
Huge. They're Denmark's largest online and physical whiskey store. Founded back in 2012 by Ulrik Bertelsen and Henrik Olsen.
Started small online, grew into a big showroom.
Exactly. They've got this, 500 square meter showroom near Kolding now. Massive selection. And they're known for really knowing their stuff, passion, expertise. They do tastings, masterclasses.
And they've won awards for growth, too. The Gazelle Prize.
Multiple times, yeah. It just shows that kind of dedication, building a business that connects these amazing spirits like Kavalan with the people who want to drink them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a vital part of the ecosystem.
Okay, so let's try and pull this all together. What are the key takeaways for you listening right now?
Well, we've journeyed through Kavalan's, frankly, surprising Taiwanese roots. We've uncovered how that tropical maturation completely changes the game.
Right, the devil's share and that rapid flavor development.
We've seen their incredibly fast rise to global fame, winning top awards, and we've looked at their really clever, innovative use of different casks.
And understanding all that, it genuinely gives you a shortcut, doesn't it, to being properly informed about this really dynamic part of the whiskey world.
Yeah, it challenges those old assumptions about how great whiskey has to be made, where it has to come from.
So here's a final thought to maybe chew on.
For one?
Kavalan basically looked at their unique situation, their environment, and leaned into it. They didn't just try to copy Scotland in the tropics.
No, they embrace the difference.
Right. So the thought is this. What other areas, maybe industries, maybe creative fields could be totally revolutionized if people stopped just trying to replicate the old established ways and instead really looked at their own unique advantages, their specific local conditions or maybe new technologies, and built something new from that? What could change if we embrace the different instead of just copying the proven?